So I realized the internet does not need another lifestyle influencer. Hear me out. I know lifestyle influencers can be very captivating. You know, the lifestyle of wealth, of money, of being able to get up on a random Tuesday and just travel to the Maldives or Ibiza and party for 3 days without a care in the world is very aspirational to many. And who wouldn't want that lifestyle? I'm sure we both do. Let's not kid ourselves. But truthfully speaking, coming from a place of actual growth and development, what does that lifestyle actually bring? And what does it cost? Recently, I had a conversation with one of my very good friends, and we came to the realization that my YouTube channel has been quite stagnant for some time, and not for lack of creativity or burnout, but actually for the sake of not being able to keep up with the lifestyle. And not necessarily like I am not living the lifestyle I tend to portray online, but more so from the fact of you sort of have to be doing something extremely interesting every single week to keep up with people's attention. And it starts to go very easily from a place of entertainment to a place of performance, if you may say. Now, one can say, oh, these are sort of the same thing, entertainment and performance, but I don't want to live my life from a place of performance. I feel like that takes away from who I am as a human being and a lot of these things that I can actually achieve with my life. So let's dive into why I think we both need to stop pretending. Welcome to our confessional. Hi, my name is Divine, and I need to stop pretending that I enjoy keeping up with lifestyle influencers. And you need to stop pretending like that actually isn't very boring content. It's hard to admit, I understand that, but let me explain why and how this would be better for the both of us. Firstly, I've stopped trying to fit into a category. You know, the top lifestyle influencers in almost every country, the international ones. And to be honest with you, they're hard to beat in terms of grabbing a viewer's attention. So I don't think that is something I would like to devote my time and my content to doing because that puts me in a place of, or rather, that puts us in a place of competition and comparison, which is not a very fun place to be. And honestly, for a viewer, they truly can see through that. Let's take Emil Koli, Diana Ineje, and Francis Theodore as an example. These are three very talented, wealthy lifestyle influencers. If you, for example, were to become a content creator today, how would you compete with them or with their content? You would have to be jet setting once a week or spending at least 1 point something million naira a day on experiences, keeping up with your lifestyle or health management, or purchases, for example. And what does that put you and put your finances? Even if you were to have that, it puts you at a spending deficit. Or, for example, if you chose not to go that route and just chose to show your lifestyle as it is, you would have to be an extremely creative person, even more creative than these three, to be able to grab a viewer's attention and hold it from the beginning of the video till the very end. And there's people that do this honestly on a genuine level. There's probably people I think Moreni Keji comes to mind. Moreni Keji's vlogs comes to mind, and she can hold viewers' attention very well from the beginning probably to the end of her video, and that obviously makes her a successful YouTuber. But how many of us can be Moreni Keji? How many of us can be Nunu, Chef Nunu? I feel like it's time for us to start being ourselves in a way. It doesn't necessarily, all the content on the internet doesn't necessarily have to be lifestyle. I know in Nigeria we have that, it's embedded in us for us to like want that aspirational luxury life. So in a way, I can see some of us are trying to live it through these influencers, or if we're trying to create our own content, you're trying to embody that to get the viewers' attention. But could it be possible that you don't necessarily have to do that to get and keep a viewer's attention? Is it possible that you can be yourself on camera and people would still watch you either way? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. So for us, or rather me, you through me, to achieve that, I've started to look at my real life. And I'm reading my notes here because I tend to forget stuff when I'm on camera. And fun fact, I wrote this in eyebrow pencil because I do not have a pen, which is very odd. I'm a grown woman, I should have pens. I digress. I started to look at my real life. If I were to vlog my day to day life, this is what I would be showing on camera. Me drafting codes for construction, building construction, steel tank construction, swimming pool construction. Me drafting a drawing, an AutoCAD drawing for any of these three things that I just mentioned, and also doing revisions because some clients might have things to add or things to change about the current setting. What else? Going to site visits at Songwater, at um, Benin City, Orange Island, Banana Island, Ikoyi, Victoria Island in Lagos, and checking out a client's current existing pool structure, seeing how I can turn it into a luxury pool, obviously with the help of my man. Yeah. What else? For did I mention creating quotes for millions, tens, 20, 30, 40 million naira um projects? So yeah, how would I include all of this in a lifestyle vlog? That was what stumped me. So it became the easier thing to just like show the other fun parts of my lifestyle. Oh, going to a party with my friend, or um going to the club, which I don't even go to the club anymore, or vlogging a solo vacation or a staycation that I took, just me relaxing rather than trying to point a camera at everything I'm doing on sites, which would be very chaotic because construction in itself is very dramatic. It's literally solving an entirely different problem from start to finish, which is a different thing on its own. So, looking at my life, and after speaking with my friend, of course, I decided that, okay, maybe that wouldn't be boring, maybe it could be interesting, because to me all of that is very boring. It's work. I didn't think you guys would want to watch that. I thought you guys wanted to see fun stuff because, like I said, I was trying to emulate these lifestyle influencers because I thought, oh, that's what people want to watch. But what if people actually want to see all of that stuff in my life? What if people want to see me construct a building from the ground up? What if people want to see what it actually takes to build a swimming pool from start to finish? What if people want to know what exactly is making all these construction projects fail in Nigeria? What if people wanted to know how to code for different construction projects? Is this a snooze fest, or are you actually interested in getting to know all of that? I would honestly like to know, because that's honestly why I started taking content. And to be very honest with you, if you start looking into your life and looking at what your real life actually shows, that could be something that helps people. That could be something that people want to tap into. That could be something that people want to learn from. That could be something they're struggling with. You wouldn't know until you share it, and that's like a light bulb moment for someone. Or it's just even more interesting content, because looking at it, all of this fun type vlogs were stuff you would watch when we were 17, 18, 19, and then we carry that into our grown woman years in our early 20s, late 20s, early 30s, whatever the case may be. But as you're starting to grow and you're starting to want more of your life, you're sort of like seeking more content that can add to that, that can teach you something, that you can learn something from to apply to your real life, that you can connect real life and aspirational living to. And this is probably how we can best approach it. Thinking about that, all the actual things you have in your real life, and considering what is worth watching, you kind of have to sit down and build a plan around that and mesh it together, which is where I'm at right now, making this video. We're doing this in literal real time. I had the conversation with my friend less than 3 hours ago. So I would like to honestly identify what is worth watching amongst all these things that I've mentioned. Because yes, I can go to a site at Orange Island, or I can go to a site at Cowrie Creek and show you guys, how all the houses and all the things look there, all the flash and all of this. But what would you like to take away from that? If I were watching that type of content, I would like to know like the challenges people have faced to get to that level, so I know what to avoid or what I would be looking to face moving forward in my career, if that makes sense. I would like to know, okay, so it hasn't always been this easy for this person. So when I find, or I have days where I'm struggling with negotiating for contracts, or I'm struggling with contracts not closing, or deals not finalizing within a certain period, like that is a normal period in business. Like that's a normal process in business. All those deals will eventually finalize, all those contracts will eventually come to fruition, all those projects will be completed in due time. It's just it's just business, you know? And to me, again, like I used to find this very boring, but honestly, this could be bliss for someone listening to this video, someone watching this video right now. And that would honestly be so cool. And that's what I'm looking to explore. All my videos may not be sit down videos unless I have to explain something technical or we need to sit down and chat about, how things are going to be moving forward. They may be more hands-on, project oriented, site oriented, in the field videos. I'm just giving you guys an idea of what to have in mind going forward. So if you need to apply this to your content, because I know not necessarily everyone that is watching me is not a current content creators. I know content creators watch me as well. If you need to apply this to your content, you should also have it in mind that you can share your life. It's not a cause for you to be sharing your everyday life. You don't have to always curate all your content. You can leave some real things in there for people to connect to you about. You do not have to curate yourself. Not everyone on the internet is going to be a lifestyle influencer, and that is absolutely fine. That is what people need. All right, so here is what this channel is becoming. I'm going to show everything I'm building. I'm going to show the businesses I'm building. I'm going to show the spaces I'm building, and I'm going to show the life I'm building. And trust me, I do not have all the answers. I do not have any idea on how this is going to go. But I have, and I'm offering a front row seat into my life and a comment section filled with people who have similar experiences or questions. And I'm going to document everything along the way. That's what I'm offering and that's what I'm promising. So if you like this type of content or if you feel like this resonates with you, honestly speaking, girl, like come along for the ride. You are absolutely welcome here. And I hope this becomes a space where you learn something, you feel more confident in yourself, and you can as well go ahead and build your life. And we can both be building our lives simultaneously and heading to a much, much, much better version of ourselves.